My next upload today is with regard to privacy, correspondence and housing and family, a human right that I'm entitled to, and the issue of my human rights being violated in Tralee, County Kerry. So as is common knowledge, my farm holdings of my ancestry and marriage in Ardfert and Kilflynn were violated and trespassed upon in 2016 and 2017. The issue of spiritual violence that occurred in that period of time against my child and I is still an issue that is, as far as human rights are concerned, a necessity to be addressed. So in 2016 and 2017, there was spiritual violence conducted in my marital home. I'd given birth in 2015. In the best interests of my child and I came from my marital home due to the issue of culprits that are still to this day disrupting the peace, antagonising and causing very serious incidents of offence against my family. The issue of these people that had trespassed into my marital home on a time frame of a short time frame to perpetrate spiritual violence as they did has continued to this day in my present accommodation. So my human right, with all regard and respect for royal patronage and privacy and correspondence and family, and as I mentioned in my previous upload, the very sinister issue with regard to the damages caused to my son, unlawfully withheld from the care of his mother, the issue of guilty culprits in my proximity still disturbing the peace is an issue I'd appreciate the Department of Housing addressing due to PTRB violations, regulations and violations of such, and also due to the issue of those that have disrupted the peace of this abode, and due to the issue of utilities that have been overcharged on occurrences since I arrived here in 2019. The issue of bodily integrity damages within this abode and the issue of spiritual violence within this abode and the violation of privacy and the other matters that are quite grotesque to be discussing or relaying in a public forum that are disrespectful to regulations are all matters that I would appreciate the Honourable Government of Ireland addressing, as well as all the other issues that I'm contending with for the past 3 years without any contact or acknowledgement from the procedures that I initiated in 2017. The agencies that were contacted that haven't acknowledged the wrongdoings that I have needlessly and unduly experienced are still required and necessitated and obligated to address the harm, damages and losses caused to my son and I. So basically, the human rights abuses, my correspondence being interfered with, guilty culprits coming in and out of a building, relaying falsehoods and slander and defamation, individuals practicing harms remotely on my body, damaging my anatomy. All of these issues are treasonous and are offences against my faith and my religion and spirituality, and most importantly, offences against my royal patronage and my identity as a royal. So basically, the relevant agencies are all aware from my correspondence that within this building, my present abode, there have been slanderers in my proximity violating protection and privacy laws and proximity laws. They have hacked and they have been of cybercrime. And this issue is intolerable. So the repeat offenders from 2006 and 2016 that are still causing offence are insulting the family farm holdings and homesteads that they intend to exploit and gain from. They have damaged and disrespected the heir of those farm holdings. They have disrespected the sacred mother of those farm holdings and the other matters pertaining to theft of other important property is also an issue that I would appreciate the Honourable Government contending with also. So this is just with regard to family correspondence and housing and privacy in this current situation that has been caused since 2016 for me by individuals that are of illegalities and all unlawful gains and unlawful transactions, and that are not welcome in my farm holdings of my marriage and ancestry in Ardfort and Kilflynn, that have been subject to unlawful transactions and that have also been insulted and disrespected with regard to the harms caused to my only son and I.